The police were called out to the showground in relation to numerous calls that they'd received from members of the public concerned about noise.
Last night, was there any noise issues for you?
Oh, noise issues? No, not really. There was a bit of music, bit of sing along, and but just people having a good time. There wasn't any sort of didn't seem to be any nastiness coming from over the road, so it was good.
Yeah, I mean, compared to the park show, it's probably a lot less. Really?
Probably a lot less than the races. Actually, the races are a little bit more, probably more noisy than the Tedfest.
When they arrived, they noticed that there were several breaches of intoxication, and police were required to follow that up and subsequently spoke to the licensee of the event.
Last night when the police came in, they were just trying to get everyone out and that, and everyone was only having a good time, just having a few drinks. There was no ruckus or anything like that. Everyone was just in good spirits, having a few drinks, and they just wanted to get everyone out. They said they were making too much noise. The venue that we're in, it's obviously makes far more noise for other occasions. We were in a contained area, and I think they just wanted an excuse just to shut it down because they thought we were going to get messier than we were, but I don't think so.
A bit of a farce that the recruits from Channel 7 came in, and they were standing around. They're police, and their job is to police the people, and they were just having a laugh. Really, it was a PR stunt, really, I think. And the director was with them, cheering up the crowd, saying, "Oh, you're going to be on TV! Come on, come on!" And then everyone was like getting louder and shouting, "Ole, ole, ole!" Great fun, but I think that made things get a little bit louder again. And then when the real police came in, it was like, okay, it's actually getting out of hand because people were cheered up so much because they were going to be on TV and all this. So I think it was kind of a bit of a setup, to be honest.
I believe that any person that's had a few drinks, when a TV camera is put on them, are going to perform for that camera. And I've got no doubt that some of the Tedfest, people enjoyed playing up to the cameras, and that may have overemphasised their state.
Like the recruits from Channel 7, it was just they want to show the Irish in a bad light, just like if you watch Bondi Rescue. The only Irish people you're ever going to see, it's not going to be someone who's just gotten caught in the sea. It's someone who's after a lot. They pick the worst, they pick someone who's had a lot to drink, they're intoxicated, and they're making complete fools of themselves. Just like last night, it's like they want to catch you at your worst.
Do you think it's fair?
No, it's not fair at all, because they just want to paint a bad picture. We like to drink, we like having a crack, but so does everyone else. That's not the only thing that we're known for.
Once the TV cameras are there filming some footage, people are certainly going to become louder and more energetic in front of the cameras, and that would obviously create an image that would put the licensing sergeant in a very untenable situation, because that footage goes to head office in Sydney where the recruits program is being put together, and he's only going to have a boss in Sydney who's said we need a statewide crackdown on excessive drinking, and he said, who was in charge of this up at Parks? And so he was obviously in a very invidious situation. So
last night we had a bizarre situation that a reality film crew turned up with a group of policemen, and they were more interested in playing to the cameras. So we had bizarre shots of people holding mock shotguns to their head and half scantily clad drunken nuns draped all over policemen who were thoroughly enjoying the whole thing. And then there was a complaint about noise. Normal run-of-the-mill thing. It happens all the time, and you compromise. You don't ignore it. You don't react totally to it. What we did was a normal sort of thing. We cut the music off, right? We had a sort of full-on rock act going on, about 11:45. We cut that 15 minutes early. We were going to have 10-15 minutes of no music, and then put a cheesy DJ on. So we were briefing the DJ not to go in with Summer of '69, open with Lady in Red instead. And we were positioning it to be an old-fashioned west of Ireland, boys to the left of the hall, girls to the right of the hall, who's were the first dance type thing. That's how we were just playing the crowd down. Reality film crew comes in, suddenly they're all like jumping around, and the reality film crew think it's good to get all of the guys to start singing ole, ole, ole. Then the police walk in, the next lot of police walk in to find chaos going on. So you've got two police crews, one normal, one with a reality film crew. A reality film crew geeing the crowd up.
If that, any person that's had a few drinks, when a TV camera is put on them, are going to perform for that camera, and I've got no doubt that some of the Tedfest, people enjoyed playing up to the cameras, and that may have overemphasised their state.
I think if they'd been allowed to do what they wanted to do, it would have been fantastic, without being outspoken. Yeah. Without being outspoken, I think it would have been a fantastic day.
Well, our role was purely to monitor behaviour of patrons.
Yeah.
And it was found that there were numerous intoxicated persons, and that issue was taken up with the licensee at the time, and it was his decision to close down the bar and withdraw his his licence activities for the weekend. So that had nothing to do with the police.